Born to a wise, strong, hard-working, and sufficient man, Peter Jefferson, Thomas Jefferson was the third child of his family. At a young age, he was sent away to boarding school at 9. There he learned the basics of English grammar, Latin, Greek, and French. Tragedy hit. In 1757, Peter Jefferson died of unknown causes. In his will, he awarded Jefferson and his brothers evenly divided land. After his college years, Jefferson became a lawyer. The tension between the British and Americans began to rise. The power of love and mystery came next. He fell in love with a young widow named Martha Skelton. She was beautiful, well-educated, and a good dancer, the perfect package. Near the end of 1771, Martha agreed to marry Jefferson. They married on New Year's Day in 1772. Not too long after, the Revolutionary War hit. During a meeting with the Second Continental Congress, everyone agreed to let Jefferson write and instruct a declaration stating the need for the colonists to take up arms and protect themselves due to his well-known writing skills. This became known as the Declaration of Independence. Four simple things he wanted: freedom of religion, abolishment of slavery, land distribution, and education. A moment of tragedy and suspense. British soldiers tried to attack Jefferson's land, Monticello. Luckily, their family was able to escape just in time. Even more tragedy, his beloved wife Martha passed away due to childbirth. Jefferson continued to collect books and write. This became one of his greatest hobbies. Now it was a time for a new stage of life, Paris. He was appointed to ambassador of France and was able to replace Benjamin Franklin, which he greatly admired. He loved France and hated it the first time. He loved the food and art, but hated the French social and political architecture. The U.S. had a task of making a new constitution. When Jefferson was sent a copy of it in France, he thought it lacked individual rights and also no limit set on how long a president could serve. He didn't want a repeat of the British monarchy. In 1789, Jefferson and his $2 sailed for home. When they arrived, Jefferson had a letter from George Washington asking him to be Secretary of State. In Washington's second re-election, political parties started to form. Jefferson ended up as Democratic-Republican, which we view as the roots of the Democratic Party today. He was proud of his accomplishment but wanted to retire. He spent most of his time expanding and renovating his home in Monticello. His retirement only lasted 36 months before his party nominated him to run for president in 1796. In 1800, he received word that he defeated John Adams. The contest wasn't over yet. He was tied with Aaron Burr. It took 5 days and 36 ballots before the tie was broken in Jefferson's favor. Jefferson believed in a low-key government. He even changed the system of previous presidents when it came to public receptions. He held small dinners instead. He also made himself approachable. He greeted people with a simple handshake. With his peaceful approaches, he got many political agreements achieved. He bought the Louisiana Purchase in 1803 and re-elected in 1804. At the age of 65, Jefferson decided not to run a third term and to retire from politics for good. James Madison took his place. One of the great pleasures was spending time with his many grandchildren. He did not know how to stay still and often said he was busy as a bee in a molasses barrel. He also devoted his time to building a university called the University of Virginia. The following year, his health began to decline. At 12:50 p.m. on July 4th, he passed away, leaving many legacies behind him. It is safe to say that Thomas Jefferson was a great leader and led this nation to many great deeds that will never be forgotten. Thank you for taking your time for watching our extended trailer of Thomas Jefferson Exclusive Outlook.